What's up, it's your girl Ruby K. What up, fam? I'm feeling very weird this morning. I think it's because I've spent 2 days alone, so I'm kind of like wanting to talk to you, which is great because like if I was busy then I wouldn't have time to film videos, and the whole idea of not being busy is so I can film videos for you guys. So thanks for watching, thanks for coming. Last week I had a really good week on my videos, so if you watched last week's video and you really liked it, because I got a lot of likes compared to normal, can you let me know what I did differently? Is it because I spoke about the James Charles thing? Because like honestly, if that's what it is, I'll keep talking about it. I'm not a drama channel though, so I'm not gonna like start up tea. I had the most ridiculous day yesterday and I thought I'd just share it with you guys because, well, that's what my channel is. Sharing. Because sharing is caring. Why am I so white? I don't know. So I am the kind of person that never tries to pull the can I speak to the manager bullshit, just because I'm like super anxious and I don't like talking to people and I don't like putting people out. So like I had 2 instances in the one day of me needing to speak to a manager. So I guess I should just get the haircut and call it a day. But the first one, I'm not going to go too into detail with this one just because it's Telstra and like we all know. But we haven't had internet since Thursday, and it took until Monday for this resolution, and the resolution was literally, the resolution was reset the modem. And I know you're kind of thinking to yourself right now, like, why didn't you just reset the modem originally yourself? Like, why did you have to wait for Telstra to teach you how to reset a modem? Wait. Tyson rang Telstra on Friday and they were like, oh, we gotta run some tests in the background. Cool, no worries. And then they told him, obviously to like reset the modem, but like off and on at the wall kind of thing. I just assumed, like, I didn't really think too hard about it. Anyway, it got to the point of the resolution where they said to Tyson that I needed to be home on the Monday because a technician needed to like come out, and I was like, okay. So thinking that there was obviously something like super wrong with the line or something. Anyway, Monday rolls along and it turns out that they have cancelled my appointment, and I'm just sitting there wasting my entire day off because I'm waiting for them, and then they're like, jokes, we cancelled. So I had to spend like 45 minutes on like live chat with them to turn out that all it was resetting the modem. Anyway, I decided to write a strongly worded letter to the Telstra crowd support community and pretty much just crack the shits. And what was funny about it was that I was on hold the whole time while I wrote the complaint, because I was gonna just like verbally make my complaint, and then it took me, like, I wrote an entire complaint on live chat complaint in the time that it took them to still not answer my call. So thanks a lot, Telstra. Ugh. I am really hyper. Like, I need to just chill out. Relax, relax, relax. Don't do it when you want to go do it. Anyway, that was like the less exciting story, so please strap on in because it gets better. So I'd had my shitty experience with Telstra, whatever, I got over it, I was moving on. Tyson's birthday was coming up, so I decided that I was going to go to the shop and buy him a birthday present. So I went to Maya, and Tyson's not really a Maya kind of guy, but I thought, you know, I'd try and see if there was anything cool. And I went in, and being the natural woman that I am, I got distracted by the perfume. I went over to the perfume and I found Gucci. I sprayed it on myself being all like, wow, this is pretty. And then like obviously clicked in my little brain that I was like not here for me. So I decided to turn around and leave the perfume department. So literally walked in, spray, spray, spray. Oh wow, that's pretty. Oh wow, I should probably go upstairs to the men's department. So I turn around, walk over the escalator, and I see a security guard standing there, and I'm like, whatever. That's what they're supposed to do, right? Be there. Be securing the area? Securing the area. And anyway, so I go towards the escalator, and in my natural brain, I get distracted by a dress, so I look at the dress and I notice that he's kind of like standing beside me looking at me, and I'm like, is that pal? What are you doing? I was like, this guy's kind of freaking me out, so I'm going to stop looking at the girls' clothes and go upstairs to look at the boys' clothes, which is the whole reason I was there in the first place. So I go up the escalator and the security guard's behind me. And I'm like, this is obviously a coincidence because I immediately have like anxious brain that turns into like the whole world's against me, and obviously the security guard is following me because he thinks I'm a criminal, and I just like made up this story in my head. I was like, no, that's not what happened. So anyway, I'm walking around the men's section, I'm looking at clothes that Tyson would never wear, so I don't know why I was bothering. I was looking at something and I noticed he was standing like that way over in my peripheral, so I like look over at him and he's staring at my face. So I'm like, at this point, I've messaged Tyson and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm being followed by the security in Maya. So I kind of get freaked out, and there's like a sporty section over there. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go look at the sporty stuff because that's more Tyson's scene. And I walk over to the sporty section and he's like following me down the aisle, like staring at me. And it was just like, what the fuck? What do I do? What do I do? And so then I like go over to another part, and keep in mind Maya's massive, so I'm walking like, you know, 10, 15 meters at a time. And I look at this other section and there's this big mirror pole thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a little test here. So I like went around the mirror pole because there's more clothes on the other side. I wasn't just hiding in a corner or anything. And I went around the mirror pole and started looking at other clothes, and then I hear like clink, clink, clink of his little keys, and he's like full on freaked out, thought he lost me, and he's like run around, and then he's just standing there staring at me. And instead of just saying like, can I help you, or have I done something, or would you like to check my bag, I start panicking because that's like natural fight or flight panic mode me. So I then decide to go up to level 3 just to really put it to the test. Like if he follows me up to level 3, I am in trouble. Like the police are coming kind of thing. I'm getting arrested. I go upstairs and sure enough, clink, clink, clink of the keys, he's upstairs. And I'm like, what the flip is happening, bruh? I'm looking at the homewares on level 3 of Maya, just trying to act very casual. And I look over and he's on the phone, like he's calling in security to like describe who I am so that they can like keep an eye on me and send a management. I was like, what the fuck? This is the first store I was in, by the way. So I was like, I've just gotten there and I was supposed to be shopping for Tyson's birthday present, and I was so panicked that I couldn't shop. And so I went upstairs and he's followed me and he's on the phone, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I do like a round, and then I go straight down to level 1 because the escalator's like a twirly whirly thing. So I go down to level 1, down 3 lots, and he follows me down all the 3, and I'm looking in like the handbag Mimco section, and I'm like, oh cute. And the Mimco girl recognizes me because I buy lots of stuff from her, so she was like, hey again, how you going? And I'm like, yeah, good babe. Sure enough, he's behind me and he's got like the store manager or something with me, and I'm like, what the hell? So I like turn around and look at them, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave because this is freaking me out. And I walk to the front door, and as I'm walking towards the front door, he like brushes past me and goes, excuse me, and points to the door. And I'm like, you are not gonna search my motherfucking bag. Obviously I didn't care because there was nothing in there. I just got there. I had my keys and my phone in there. Like it was a little tote bag from Cotton On, like whatever. Anyway, he like pushes past and points towards the door, like gestures towards the door, so I just assumed that I'm gonna be searched, which is fine. And I walked over to the door, and then he like pushes in front of me and goes like this at the door to watch me leave, and I like thought that he was gesturing for me to stop at the door, so I was like, yes. And he's like, as if to say, get the fuck out of my store, bitch. And I'm like, are you following me? And he's just like, no. And I was like, okay, and then just left, and that was it. It was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, I was pissed because I got so freaked out that I was like shaky, which I know is so embarrassing. Like, I know it's so stupid that I got so panicked by it, but it was just so crazy. Like, it was just, I legit thought that like a team of Westfield security was gonna come in and like attack me and be like, you stole something, we saw you. And I was like, where, like in the what space of from the door to putting perfume on. Mind you, when I was spraying the perfume on, there was literally 2 staff members beside me. So they saw me pick it up, I sprayed, they saw me put it down and then walk away. Like it's not like I had any time to be grabbing things and stuffing it in my tote bag. Psychos. And do I really look like the kind of person that was gonna steal something? Which leads to what I was wearing. I was wearing like a t-shirt dress and like sneakers, and my hair was in like a bun like this, but I had no makeup on at all. So I was like, maybe I just look poor and they think that I'm like a delinquent. Do I look like a delinquent? Anyway, it freaked me out so much that I couldn't shop, so I decided that I was gonna call the manager again. So I call, and Maya's like, he's busy, he'll call you back, so I leave my name and number, blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure the guy that called me back was the manager that old mate had called to stand behind me with, so he probably would have known that it was me. I'm like, yo, WTF, you have literally, like, what's the word, intimidated. You have literally intimidated me out of this store. I was there to spend money, and it was a birthday present, so it wasn't like I was just buying knickknacks. Like, I was looking to buy a gift for my partner, and I was so freaked out that I left your store and didn't spend any money. And this man, person, human, goes to me, oh yes, they're supposed to be very visually recognizable as security guards. They have uniforms. I was like, yes, I am aware he was in a uniform. I was very knowledgeable of the fact that he was security because he was standing like a meter away from me most of the time. And he's like, oh, they're not supposed to stand that close to you. And I was like, cool, well, why was he following me in the first place? Did I look like I couldn't afford to be there, or I was going to steal something? And he goes, oh no, they're just supposed to be visual deterrents so that if anybody was doing anything wrong, then they would stop doing the wrong thing. I was like, I was doing the wrong thing. What was I doing? Was I looking too poor for you, man? Anyway, safe to say I didn't buy anything from there. Have you ever had an experience like that? Like, I've never, ever been in a shop, even when I was a delinquent teenager, been in a shop to the point where somebody has followed me out. And I thought that they could, like, just say, can I look in your bag? But apparently they can't. So what's the point? Like, yes, I understand that they are there to deter people from doing the wrong thing, but realistically, if people are there to do the wrong thing, they're gonna know that Maya can't look in their bag anyway, and they're going to do the wrong thing anyway. Like, I just don't understand. Meanwhile, it's just like when the police pull you over and you've done like 2Ks over and you didn't even realise. They could be out catching the real criminals of the world, you know? I just feel personally victimised. I feel profiled for looking poor because I wasn't wearing makeup. It's fine. It's fine. I will never shop at Maya again. That's a lie, I probably will. But if I see that security guard again, ooh, bitch. You wanna fight me? You wanna fight me? You wanna go me? You wanna search me, bruh? Anyway, I kind of wish I had stolen something. At least it would have all been worth it. Honestly, I was so stressed. Word of advice. Be careful in Maya. And if you notice somebody is following you, they probably are. And I would probably just turn around and like show them your bag if you're doing the right thing. Don't do the wrong thing, you know? I hope you got a little bit of enjoyment out of hearing about my weird, anxious woes. And that's about all I have to say about that. So if you've ever had anything like that happen to you, drop some comments in the comment section. LMK, let me know, let a bitch know, so that we can like chat about it, because that'd be like so fun if we could like talk about our weird experiences together. And if you like this video and you like me, then please like, comment, subscribe, do all the buzzword things, click the bell, touch the thing, smash the thing, all the stuff. And I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah!